headed back down south to Kyiv for a little time in the capital before heading out east. This is also where I was lucky enough to meet a couple of new friends in person, Patrick Hillsman and Dylan Burns. We also watched some really strange videos.
Look, if you don't know the facts about my life, then you'd be stupid to doubt me, wouldn't you? So stop it. Now let's move on.
Being back in Kyiv always makes me happy. A hell of a city. There's always a few frames to be found if you're willing to look for them. This spot in front of St. Andrew's Church is quite a place to be. This memorial in the heart of the city. Ruined Russian war machines now reclaimed with yellow and blue ribbons. Children playing over them, and the memorial wall that covers the brave men and women from 2014 to the modern day who have fought for their country's freedom.
Maybe I'm not reading all the stories you can cover all the media, it's just impossible and so on, but I really like when the stories go deeper, when, for example, speaking about corruption, and of course it's a lot, but it would be really lovely if there were more stories about how Ukrainians at their own places are fighting this corruption. There are a lot of the protests at the moment going on in different cities about the budgets of the city, how we should spend more on the war and on the real needs that we have right now, against a lot of the corruptions movement and so on. I would love things like that to be shown more, to show that Ukrainians are fighting not just on the battlefield, but at the same time we are here fighting against this corruption and doing our own little steps. So that in the end it doesn't look like, oh, there is this Ukraine, this very corrupt country, and we are giving them money, and where this money goes and things like that. There are a lot of stories like this. And believe me, a lot of Ukrainians, they also want to know where the money goes on. That's why we go on the protests and, sign petitions, spread the words about that. And I think this side of the story is really important, just to show this on the background.
Yeah. That it's also Ukrainians fighting for their future in different ways.
Exactly, because our army is not just fighting the Russian army, we are just, fighting this past with a lot of corruption. We are fighting for the new life, for the diversity, for the democracy. That's the needs.
Yeah. And that's mostly younger generations of Ukrainians coming up, seeing the world and wanting something different, right?
Well, probably younger generation is the people who see more of these changes being possible. And I really would like this younger generation, including me, not to lose this hope, you know, just to feel that we are supported in that, that we are not really left alone with this, because it's quite difficult, you know, to fight Russia and at the same time to fight for, you know, other important freedoms.
These three images are some of my favorite from Kyiv this month. Kharkiv, oh Kharkiv. My Ukrainian friends are actually often amazed that I love this city as much as I do. I couldn't wait to get back to it. And what a time it was. First off, I got to hardcore prank Anastasiya.
Is that?
This is a shirt from one of your favorite streamers that I found.
Oh my god! Fuck you, dude! How could you do that to me? That's so offensive! Go back to the States right now!
Leave, okay, I'm going.
Yeah.
Bye, yeah.
How was the word? Export, not export. What's the word?
Oh, deport me.
Deported. Deported the fuck away.
Yeah.
What the hell?
I knew you would like it, so.
And can you believe she still worked with me after that? Probably some of the most meaningful work I've ever done. A lot of interviews will be coming out about this time. On top of the interviews we did in the city, our work would also take us outside, farther out east. Speaking with a veterinarian whose entire animal shelter was ruined and the animals killed by the Russian occupation. She now works as a volunteer trying to save domestic and wild animals caught up in war. Roman, who had finally saved up enough and got approved for the right loans to buy his dream home, was now left with rubble and a massive amount of debt.
it's extra upsetting because so many people, I mean, have very little, you know, and they like, it's such a big thing. So people in former Soviet Union, communist, shitfest, to own things, you know, to have like house, to have chickens, whatever the fuck, you know, to have stuff that is yours, and just to lose it again like that because of the same fucking people again. Russia, I mean, it's very hard to see, you know. It makes me really upset because I know how much people care about their own stuff and how much effort they put into building things, making them, you know, beautiful again, and just to lose it all again, just for what exactly, you know?
Yeah, I agree. Especially taking out loans and
Yes,
everything.
and the person now has loans.
Yeah.
No house, but loans.
To pay off and everything.
It's very rough. And it's nearly impossible for many people to now to have things back, because how would they? They don't have money. Many people lost work. They can't, you know, build things again. And it's so expensive to renovate that thing. It's, you know, it's very.
Yeah.
And even this older couple who built their lives around this boating club. The most striking thing from them was them telling us that they know they won't live long enough to ever see reparations come their way. Going out east is always hard, but I cannot describe the feeling knowing you're documenting and capturing these important moments in history. Come November, and it's time for me to head back home. So, staying in Lviv for a couple of days, I also started a roll of Lomography Red Scale. While also in the city of Lviv, I got to interview Alice about her incredible project, photojournalism, and its focus on diversity in Ukraine, looking at a true Ukrainian identity. Of course, our interview is out now.
Можливо, це буде дуже самовпевнено, але для мене це бути частиною та якоюсь, я дуже сподіваюся, позитивною частиною майбутніх змін взагалі у світопорядку, в новій світовій системі, тому що зараз, на думку багатьох експертів, наприклад, Ніла Фергюсона, змінюється світова система і змінюються правила, стандарти, ідеї, цілі, цінності, які в кожній світовій системі поєднані. І в Україні, я дуже сподіваюся, може бути місце для кожного, місце, де кожен зможе відчувати себе як вдома, тому що це вже так є. І тому що Україна ніколи не була колоніальною державою, вона ніколи не колонізувала інших народів. І чомусь так сталося, що про це ніхто не знає в Європі. Дуже мало країн в Європі, понад декілька, які ніколи не колонізували. Україна одна з них, і вона при цьому вміщує себе вже існуючі історичні народи, як караїми, як кримські татари, як євреї, які вже жили і співіснували. І зараз я просто підсилюю та підсвітлюю цю історію України. для того, щоб в майбутньому ми могли вже мати цю цінність та жити разом. З ким хочемо, як хочемо, різні люди, жити комфортно та позитивно.
It was back to Warsaw for me, and I actually gave myself a little extra time here. I had been traveling for a few days, and I wanted some breathing room in between everything. Coming out of Ukraine, it is about a 30-hour journey, so God knows I earned a little. So why not go out shooting the incredible late autumn colors with the Lomography Petzville lens? I did switch back to my standard Sigma Art 18 to 35 though. And in December, I was finally back home. I also spent a good holiday with my family. It's been a busy year, and I feel like most of my time is spent editing now. I swear, sometimes going to Ukraine feels real fucking relaxing. I've accomplished much, and there is much to say still. My commitment to Ukraine holds strong. I plan to keep covering this, probably even till after the war. To all of those friends who have welcomed me with open arms, who have allowed me to do the most important work of my life. To those who have entrusted their stories to me, I thank you. And you have honored me more than I can ever express. And to those of you who have followed me, Instagram, YouTube, any platform, your support in all of this means the world. It is massive, even if it might just be a small part of your day. So I also thank you. But enough sappy stuff out of the way. What's new for 2024? 8x10? No, I'm still not ready for that. That's terrifying. Are you kidding me? Trying to lug that around a war zone? Are you nuts? Who would I be to do that? And who knows? I might end up doing something crazy like a year of black and white. Don't tempt me.
Nobody talks about anything anymore. When was the last time you had a real conversation with someone without somebody texting or looking at a screen or a monitor over your head? A conversation about something that wasn't celebrities, gossip, sports, or pop politics. I mean, why have a civilization anymore if we no longer are interested in being civilized? Where we shall go.